Oh, wait, what? Coming up, what the heck is on Matt's face? And the guys are talking Google I/O, and we're diving into Matt's mind. Believe me, you don't want to know what's up there. All that and more, it's all on the new episode of the Bandwidth Boys podcast. Let's go.
There we go.
Bandwidth Boys podcast.
Talk to me, baby. I'm rolling up a message, baby. Whoa.
We talk about stuff, tech stuff.
And welcome to another episode of Bandwidth Boys podcast. I am Greg.
Hey,
I'm Matt.
and I'm Connolly. We're just going to leave the video on Matt because what's on Matt's face is hilarious, and his reaction is even better.
Trying to do the podcast while enjoying virtual reality. It's a first on this podcast. I guess let's get right into what's going on. Tech world. Can Matt handle this part of it or not?
Tech world.
Yeah, you're first. Here we go.
Wait, I'm first. Hold on. I gotta unlock
We planned this out really well.
Right.
If you're an Android Pay user and a Bank of America customer, today we're about to make you very happy. According to The Verge, BOA members can now withdraw money from their account.
Bank of America members.
Yeah, BOA members can now withdraw money
That's what all the cool kids say.
without a card. Yep, you heard that right. Without your debit card, you'll be able to use Android Pay at their cardless ATMs. Bank of America is looking to launch 5,000 ATMs with this feature by the end of the year.
And get ready for some more ads as you try to find directions to the nearest gas station. In a recent blog post, Google announced they'll begin showing company logos in your map search results. These logos will be called promoted pins, kind of a familiar term. What does that mean? Well, let's say you're searching for food on your next road trip. The first few results may include these promoted pins. Essentially, local businesses are paying to be first. In a lot of ways, it's like the signs you see on the highway telling you what places paid to have their logo on the sign as you get off the highway. Also, as you drive, logos may pop up on this map as well, just to give you a little nudge and say, hey, look what's here. It's me. Come in here. Let's hope Google keeps it under control, though.
Good news and bad news for me. Oh, me. This is why I'm reading another one. Good news. Apple rumors are hitting the interwebs. Bad news. I won't find out if they're true until June at WWDC. But even worse, I can't get my hands on it anytime soon. Anywho, is that a word? Apple rumor time. Today's rumor comes from KGI Securities analyst Ming-Chi Kuo. Trusted Apple rumorologist. He says Apple's MacBook Pro will be offered in the 13 and 15-inch sizes and will have built-in Touch ID fingerprint scanners and USB Type-C and Thunderbolt ports. But the biggest news to come out is the second screen on the laptop. Rumor is Apple is looking to replace the F keys row on the top of the laptop and replace it with a customizable touchscreen pad. That's very exciting. Oh, say what?
We finally have a phone suitable for Greg Mills. Your video from Motorola suggests they are bringing back, that's right, the iconic flip phone. The company says, quote, flip is back to Razor days of yesteryear and get ready for the future, close quote. I'm not sure why this is news, but I couldn't not talk about it. The YouTube video ends with Moto 06.0916, then ends with a message TTYL. Greg, you know what TTYL is?
I don't remember, no.
Talk to you later.
Oh, nice.
If this is true, I'm ordering my dad and Greg one.
Well, I've got a long way to go from the 6 Plus, don't I? It's going to be quite an interesting change. I'm back to Google. Apparently, I only do Google stories, and Matt does all of the Apple stories. Google I/O, a bit underwhelming last week, but in case you missed it, here are the big things. Google, once again, changing text messaging apps. Kind of like underwear, really, for them. Embarking on instant apps, releasing Android, and got into VR with Daydream. VR is part of our show tonight. Daydream is their deal, and also got into home automation with Google Home. All right, let's start with Home. Essentially, Google wants to go up against Amazon's Echo. Not a big surprise there. Kind of a big success, or at least an emerging one. Next, Daydream is Google's long-awaited VR hardware. No big surprise there either. And then Google's 50th Yes, 50th take at messaging and video conferencing. Is it Allo or Allo?
It's Allo.
It's Allo and Duo. All right. All of Google's services and products won't be out until at least the fall. Hence, underwhelming.
And that's a wrap on what's going on, Tech World. Anyone enjoy or watch Google I/O last week? I'm going to go with no, since you guys are
I was,
Apple people.
I
But
was working.
Well, it doesn't mean we don't like to know things, except I just don't know when to watch that. So you'll have to tell me.
well, you missed it. So we'll have to wait till next year. Actually,
you,
it
Greg.
was a keynote that I've never seen before because it was outdoors. I've never seen a technology keynote outdoors like that. But anyway,
Wow.
that's neither here nor that was probably the most impressive part to me. The rest was just I don't know. It wasn't. I mean, I understand it's a developer conference, a lot like WWDC, and it's not meant to wow people with products and whatnot. But it was pretty meh. But that's just me. So essentially, Google Home is Amazon Echo, and I think Google Home will dominate the field. I think.
Well,
I mean, what?
well,
How can you not say that?
You think Amazon's going to compete?
Yeah,
I think Amazon is already competing. I think that
yeah, but Google's got its algorithm.
Google
Google already has you in bed with Gmail, Google Calendar, everything that Amazon wishes they could have you in bed with, they don't. And so through that, it's going to be a better product than Amazon Echo is.
but I think Amazon has all of Amazon services,
I don't.
and it has Amazon ordering, which Google
Doesn't matter. That's what Gmail is.
So
Amazon always emails you your order is being shipped, and you say, "Hey, where's my shipping?" And they'll just go through your Gmail and say, "This is where it's at."
Yeah, but you can't order it through the Google device, which is exactly what
Well,
Alexa
you're not going to
does.
order on Amazon Echo. You're not going to say, "Buy me a ketchup bottle."
Well,
Yeah,
now
no one's
you
going to do
are.
that. Anyway, so Google Home. Then we got Daydream. Not going to talk about it because I don't care about it. And then we got the good old Allo and Duo. Duo is, let's just say, it's FaceTime for Google.
Sure.
Also known as what Hangouts was, and still is.
I was
And
going to
then
say,
you
are
got-
we using it tonight?
yeah, we're using it tonight. I'm sure it'll change to Duo very soon. And then you have Allo, which is their text messaging app, which was texting, then became Hangouts, integrated Hangouts, and then now it is messaging on your Android device, and now soon it'll be Allo, but it allows you to have a GIF keyboard and a bunch of other stuff that I don't understand, and maybe you can tell me from a developer standpoint why Google or anyone decides to come up with a new app instead of updating their old app. I have a theory, but I want you to tell me why you would come up with a brand new app instead of rolling it into your already existing platform.
I think it's easier to bring in
That's what I thought.
new people because you can update an old app all you want, but if someone has already installed your app and removed the app because they didn't like it, I think it's a lot harder to get at them and say, hey, we've added all these new things, try it again. It's so much easier to just make a new one and say, hey, we made this brand new app. Why don't you try it out?
Yeah. I mean, Apple doesn't do that, right? Apple just keeps making what they have better.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why Google doesn't do the same thing. They just said, hey, we're just going to start over every time. We're going to roll this out. You're going to, get used to it. And then we're going to say, meh, we're going to stop supporting it, and we're going to roll something else out. That I don't get. But, I mean, I think from a developer standpoint, it's probably easier to develop something new than to fix an old app or
Yeah.
update an old app. And so I think from a developer standpoint, in my head, that's where.
And I think it's just more exciting. It's exciting to say we've made this brand new thing. And it's not as exciting to say, well, we just kind of fixed what we already made.
Yeah.
But
I think it's dumb. All right. So I just
Well-
wanted to touch on a little Google I/O. But like Greg said, most of those products or services won't be out till at least the fall. So that's why we're not even going to dive deep into it because we're not even into it.
yeah, and the more important one is WWDC in June. So really nobody really cares about I/O.
So normally we jump into the big talk now, but this week Matt's got a lot on his mind.
People get ready. There's a train That's mine.
You're the train. You're coming
Oh.
with a lot of ideas.
Is that-
Greg got it. Greg, you got it, right?
I got it.
Is that what the show title
Greg
is,
got it.
is relating to? We're off the rails?
We're off the rails. See?
Oh, look at that. It's all tying together.
You just got to give me time, and it'll
Yeah.
all sink in.
Yeah.
So,
All
man, what's on
marketing.
your mind?
It's on my mind. There's a lot on my mind. Have
I can't
either
wait.
of you ever thought when you were getting a package and you're sitting at home waiting for it to get delivered?
Nope.
Have you-
First, I never wait at home and sit and just wonder when my package is going to be delivered.
Really?
I've never done that.
Well, it
Yeah.
could be the 4 children, under 5 or whatever you've got going over there.
That is probably yes.
Could be part of the problem.
Could
Yeah,
be.
I don't have that, but I'm sure there's. Okay.
You have 50 pounds of cat litter to watch
Although-
over.
You sat and waited and wondered where his package was.
Like
when it was
cat
coming.
litter.
Actually, 140.
Okay, good.
But that's
Oh,
beside the
geez.
point. But so even if you don't sit at home waiting, I'm sure you sit there and you click refresh.
No, I
Oh.
don't. No one is like you. No one hits refresh.
Oh, I think there are people like him.
Okay. In this show, I bet 2 out of 3 aren't hitting refresh on their "Where's my shipping package?"
But my wife would be doing it in my proxy.
Okay.
Excellent. Well,
Yeah.
Well, Greg,
UPS rolled out something that I am so very excited for. On their, assuming you're a UPS My Choice member, which I assume everyone is a UPS My Choice member.
and that I'm not.
Does everyone know what UPS My Choice is?
I have no idea
I
what
have
my
to assume it's kind of like Amazon Prime in a way.
Uh,
Sure.
yeah, I guess.
I have no idea what it is, nor do I care.
UPS My Choice is a service through UPS. It's free for the base one. Basically, you make an account with them, you verify your address.
You have to pay.
No, not just for the account itself. I don't pay, and I have it. And basically, it just flags your address in their system to watch out for any packages that are moving through their system that are coming to you.
Hmm.
So whenever someone ships something, you see it pop up on your account that it's coming to you, and it lets you manage it more. It gives you like an estimated time of when it'll be delivered, and everything like that. It's free. So assuming you're a member of that, for time guaranteed deliveries, so like next day AM, next day, I think second day, anything where they're guaranteeing the day that it'll be delivered on. The morning of, once it's loaded on the truck for delivery, you can log on to your account. You can pull up a map that shows you exactly where the truck is.
So what? You can go mob the truck for your product? I
No,
don't-
so you know exactly, you can get a better idea of, is a truck around the corner? Do I have time to run to the store? You know exactly
Waste of
where your
time.
goods are.
waste of time.
That's not a, it's not,
It's not a high priority for me. I can tell you that much.
but don't you
I
think,
think it seems like good customer service, though. I mean, I didn't realize that it was not a paid thing. That's why it's not like Amazon Prime that
No.
way. It's really just a built-in upgrade of customer service for being able to track. And do you think that is because there's competition around the bend for shipping, more of it organizing around them, or not?
I don't know. I think my 2 cents, and it probably is completely wrong, is that UPS is trying to hit more of the target or the business audience, because I think FedEx for a long time has dominated the business audience.
Absolutely.
UPS is trying to attract them and say, hey, for all of your very important business shipments, we'll show you on a map exactly where it is. But that could be completely wrong.
Well, it just seems like the domestic delivery world has been a huge part of UPS for a long time.
Mhm.
I have to think. Well, now the ad campaign for the U.S. Postal Service, I think, is pretty powerful. They obviously spent a bunch of dough. They
Don't
produced some high-end spots. They look pretty good. I think they're selling me. Whether it doesn't matter how I react to it, but I think they're positive. It doesn't make them look like the dinosaur that they kind of have to beat their way out of. I think so. They're going to be in the game.
Yeah, and I mean, I must say, when you mention USPS, I really don't hate them as much as I think some people do. Like, when I ship some things, it makes more sense to ship it through them because it's cheaper. They get it there in the same amount of time. So I don't really understand the hatred for them. I feel like a lot of people don't like them.
I haven't had a problem with them either. I think part of it is just an image problem where the irrelevance factor has crept in. It's just like, well, because of email, you're dead.
Yeah.
and they haven't really recovered from that in a big way. Just people not sending cards and letters as much anymore, but they've become major shippers.
Yeah. Conley, you're awfully quiet. Do you not care about your shipping needs
Not
and
really.
what companies fulfill
No.
those needs?
Mm-mm.
You just ship with whoever is offering you a deal.
That's right. Actually, most times that I have to ship, I just go to the Postal Service.
Especially with those flat rate boxes, just
Yeah,
load
you
it
can
up and
put as much crap in there as you want.
Those
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah. The only time I don't go anywhere else.
Who do I ship with when I'm shipping through Amazon most of the time? Does it change back and forth?
That's why I don't care. That's why I don't know and I don't care.
yeah.
If it gets to me, it gets to me.
But do they use whoever, or do they have preferred?
They use whoever.
They use whoever.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually
But I mean, I probably go to the Postal Service because we have no one else in town. That's probably why I go there.
we have UPS.
Where? Oh, yeah. I don't know.
For that matter, we also have FedEx.
Where's the FedEx store?
There's one in the Cub.
Now there has to be FedEx at a university, for crying out loud.
Maybe you
Yeah, I
just
got
don't ship
nothing.
enough
I
to
don't
really
ship
form
enough
an
stuff.
opinion on this.
My eyes glazed over. I'm just thinking VR now.
Is that your new favorite thing?
No.
Oh,
I will get to my rant later on.
okay.
Stop
All
trying
right.
to. Gosh.
What was my number 2 talking point? Oh, I want an Amazon Echo
Why don't you get the Google Home?
because I don't.
Because you don't like Google.
Yeah.
I get it.
I want to be
But
able.
think about it. The Google Home is going to be more effective than the Amazon Echo could ever be. You are in the Google ecosystem. You use Google. It has this weird thing called Google Search that is the best search engine on the interwebs. Why would you not use Google Home?
Because I don't.
Because you don't want Google to know about you?
I like my privacy.
Oh, yeah, because Apple knows nothing about you. Apple keeps no data about you.
Nor does Amazon.
Nor does Amazon, right? Amazon knows nothing about you. I'm on Facebook and boom, there's a Google ad from the Amazon that I was searching on.
All right. Do you think the Echo, Matt, is going to become the integral part of your world, sort of HAL 2000 kind of a feel, or Star Trek computer sort of a feel that they're advertising, or is it just going to live as a gadget for a while?
You asked me.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
No.
I think there's a few hurdles that they have
Yeah.
to get over.
Yeah.
I think in the future you're going to have an Amazon Echo-like product in every room in your house.
Okay.
Okay, why won't it be?
Here's the
Network, I assume. Yeah.
here's the thing. What do you always talk about you want in your home?
A lot of things.
It controls the temperature.
Thermostat?
Yes.
Oh, zoned.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is the biggest maker of home automation in that world right now? Starts with an N,
Nest.
ends with a T. Nest. Nest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who owns Nest? You
Is
can
it
say
Google?
Google. You can say it. You get hurt every time that you say Google. What's the deal? So if you are looking towards full home automation with a Nest, it makes sense to go with the company who is already there and already developing products for that.
Do you have a
Well,
Nest,
That's all
Connolly?
I'm saying. I don't have a Nest. No, I'm not rich enough to have a Nest.
I don't think that's a
Although
valid,
I do want a Nest.
that's not a valid argument though,
Why
because
not?
Google
It's gonna
bought
work.
Google bought Nest. It's not
That
like
is
Google
correct.
developed Nest.
That's correct.
So
But that means all of their products moving forward, i.e., Google Home automation, is building Nest into their new products.
But an Amazon
so
Echo,
why? What? An Amazon Echo is going to control the Nest?
it's integrated with Nest already.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
What do you mean, no, it's not. It's not. It's not an opinion question.
I'm just saying it's better to stay in the house stay in the company that is making all of these products, instead of having to rely on third party to maybe get an update here, maybe get an update there.
All right. Is Echo useful enough to buy right now, or is it kind of like buying Pong at this point?
Bung, bung. No, I think it's useful. I think it's cool.
I mostly just want it to integrate with my lights and to be able to say when I want my lights on and off, to recall scenes and to dim them with my voice.
Because
And
we all
it'll
know
work
Matt's
for
lazy
that?
and can't on his cell phone.
What was that, Greg?
Will it work for that right now? Yeah. Okay.
You can say, hey, Echo, dim the lights to 50%. It'll dim them. You can say, hey, Echo, turn the lights on in the kitchen.
Okay, but what do you have to do to make sure that works? It doesn't just plug it in and plug and play on that.
Download.
Yes, well, you use a Hue app on your phone or on your tablet, and then you just designate which you do anyway when you have the lights. You designate which bulbs are in what room, and you build scenes, and then based off the name of the room in the scene, Echo will just recall it.
Do you have to change your fixtures before you do that, or just is it all contained in buying those expensive bulbs you're into?
No, it's all self-contained.
Okay.
The bulbs aren't that expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Unless you're buying conventional bulbs, you know.
They're like $40.
Well, the colors are 60.
$60.
So what's an LED right now? Is it like 20?
Yeah, I'd say 15 to 20. Maybe down to 12 if you're in a rebate area.
Yeah.
But they last
We don't know how long they last.
15 years.
We do not know how long they last.
We have a good
It has
idea.
not been tested enough to know that it lasts. You know, the CFL bulbs were supposed to last forever. And we're kicking those out the door 3 years into the technology. So let's not go on this kick 99 years it's going to last thing. People are ridiculous. I feel like a grumpy guy today.
You are a grumpy guy.
All right.
You just don't like anything.
I like Google Home. I just don't see why you don't want to jump on the bandwagon.
Because it
Because-
doesn't come to town until fall is the problem.
You want to wait.
You have to wait for an Apple MacBook Pro. What's the difference?
I'm waiting for Google. Can't.
Anyways. All right. Do you have a third topic tonight, or
Oh, I
did
do.
I smash you
No, I have a third
enough
topic.
in the first two?
And this is more of a PSA
Okay.
for all of you,
I'm going to go VR while you talk.
mostly you two. They're not a sponsor or anything, although I'd love it if you would send me a check. Have you guys heard of Slick
Don't
Deals?
even send a check. Just oh, that's
Oh boy, you're already starting.
locked. Sorry. Go ahead.
So Google's not smart enough to unlock itself.
No, it's not.
Oh, what a shame.
Safety.
Greg, have you
What
heard
are you
of
gonna
Slick
do?
Deals?
Slick deals.
Matt loves Slick Deals. Like if Slick Deals.
I feel like I have. Yes. Yeah. I never used it, of course, but
If Slick Deals was a beautiful woman, I think he'd marry Slick Deals.
Slick Deals is an online website. It's a crowd. It's like a forum, but it's a website. But it's kind of like in a forum form.
okay.
Basically, it's a community of people who just are doing online
Who
shopping.
have no life
They find deals, aka Slick Deals,
because they don't work
and they post it on the website.
because
Oh,
they have
okay.
nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I would just use the web version, and that was fantastic. Recently, I finally downloaded their app, and let me say, it is amazing. The amount of money I have saved in the last few weeks is outstanding, because you can set alerts. So basically, I set an alert for anything with the word Hue in it. So whenever someone posts a deal with the word Hue in it, I get a push notification. I can log on, see what the deal is, and usually I'll buy it.
Are these like things you're gonna buy? Like the Hue, I know you were gonna buy, but like, are you saving money on things that you were already gonna buy, or you're just like, hey, it's a great deal, like 150 pounds worth of cat litter, I can't pass up.
For the alerts, yeah, they're things I was going to buy. Because what I'll do is what I have now is I just have about 10 alerts set for things I want to buy, but I don't need right now. So I'll buy them if the right price comes, and that's usually what I get. It's the right price it comes.
Hmm.
So everyone should use it.
What's it called?
Slick Deals.
Slick deals. It sounds like it sounds like you can program in keywords, like keywords rather, like you said, which is a little different. I was trying to equate it to Groupon a little bit.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the same. This
Is
is
this
more, yeah, that's it. Because Groupon is more of them putting together these deals or them scoring deals for the community.
Right.
Whereas Slick Deals is more of people just seeing a deal on a website
Yeah.
and then just posting it on the site so everyone knows about it.
What
Yeah,
do
it's
you need to
kinda
log in and sign up for? What's the
That's how you get the alerts. You
Oh,
make
that's
an
how you get
account
the
so you can
alerts.
customize what you see.
slickdeals.net?
And then they can monetize the number of people that are using it, and then
Probably.
And generally,
somebody's going to have to get some form of visual or making some sort of contact with participants to make some money off of that.
yeah, and usually what'll happen is the link that you use is a referral link. So the
Mhm.
website gets a little bit of a kickback from your order.
Ah, okay. These are things you do for a living, and that's where I get off the bus, I have to be told.
Me too, apparently.
But I mean, for stuff that you're gonna buy like I said, for stuff you're gonna buy anyway, but you don't need right now, and you're just waiting for the right price, it's a great thing because it'll
like
just
a real push lawnmower. $143, Greg. Not motorized or anything. Get your workout on.
I get a workout all right. I've got a pretty big yard.
I
Might have to take a 3-day weekend.
Slickdeals.net.
That's how you save money. Especially there's a lot of Lego on there. I know you buy your Lego.
I buy a lot of Legos.
People get ready. Have a train a-coming. What's on Matt's mind?
Matt, thanks for taking us down the world of slick deals, UPS, and whatever you're saying. Oh, the Echo.
And I want a Dot. Also,
Okay, we're done. We played the stinger. Your segment's done.
I need one more. Have you guys have seen the Amazon Dot, right? The smaller version of the Echo.
No.
It's like puck. It's a little puck. Anyway, the way they're rolling it out is to encourage people to use voice ordering. So the only way to get one is either to have an Amazon Fire TV, a stick, or an Echo, and say to it, "Hey Amazon, order an Echo Dot." That's the only way to get it.
Huh.
You can't just go on their website and order it. You have to order it through voice. There's a workaround, but I want one, but I can't get one.
What does it do?
It's just it
puts it in a different room.
It's an Echo without the speaker. So you use an external speaker.
Oh.
So you could hook it into like your home theater and use it. Although I don't get that, because if you're not on that source, you wouldn't be able to hear it talking to you.
Exactly.
But for one-way communication, like for lights, I think it'd be great because you don't ever have to hear it unless it doesn't work. But that's beside the point. All right, back to you.
Unless it doesn't work, and then it is the point.
Oh, Matt.
All right, it's crowdfunding time. At least that's what it says on the script.
So fellas, baby got back. Baby got back.
All right, so this week we go to the world of Indiegogo. Matt, I think you may like this product.
Why?
Maybe. I know. I'm taking a leap.
So that means you hate
Leap
it?
of faith. No, I don't hate it. I just wouldn't use it. This
Why do you only
product
like
from
things you would use?
Indiegogo is called
Oh, this looks great.
great. It's called Spend Wallet. No more cards in your wallet.
Paying with your mobile phone sucks,
Yeah, it does.
because your phone rings just about when you're ready to
Oh,
pay.
that's true.
Yep.
Because your phone should be well taken care of.
Oh, wow. Sorry about that, man.
Your phone dies on.
Oh, I can't pay.
So
Gosh,
in the end,
Gosh.
you can never
this is
get
way
rid
too
of your
hard. Just
wallet.
pull out the damn card.
The barista owes me $600 for a new phone for breaking it.
And this can totally replace your wallet.
This is like one of those cheesy infomercials.
Yes.
We are tired of the inconvenient truth of our outdated wallet, and we're sick of phones pretending to replace our wallet. So, we replace your wallet in a smart way. Introducing Spend.
Okay, get past the animation. Come on.
Yeah, it's some blisteringly poor radio.
Okay, I don't think they're
Those who
going to.
believe that the technology can change the world better are here at Spend Team, developing the product that they want.
Get your lip sync together.
Spend Wallet is a physical electronic wallet that combines your credit, debit, and gift card into one
She
device
said debit, not
and
debit.
pays with just a tap. First, you save your cards by swiping them through the reader. The LED display, as well as the left and the right button, will make your payment even easier.
A lot of
Paying
soldering.
with Spend Wallet is really simple. As you hold the device up to the card reader, our self-developed magnetic flux emanation technology sends out a magnetic pulse over a very short period of time. This is then picked up by the card reader, just as a normal swipe.
We value user experience. Spend Wallet is smaller than smartphone and slimmer than Card Wallet. It's a beautiful, functional, and solid. With Spend Wallet, you don't have to worry about losing your wallet anymore.
Spend Wallet's prototype has already been developed, and we are in the process of beta testing. With your support, we expect to start the mass production as the campaign ends and deliver the product to you as soon as possible.
All right, thank you. Are you Joe? CEO. All right, so it's called Spend. There you go. The beautiful video on Indiegogo. No more cards in your wallet. So essentially, it's replacing all the debit and credit cards. So you get the device, you put the you plug a device into your smartphone. It seems to take a lot of work, but whatever. Download the app, scan the your cards using the regular card scanner into your phone. Then you sync your phone with this Spend device, and then boom, you can now use it instead of I think it takes up to 20 cards, and so it solves mobile payments, tap to pay. It says it does Apple Pay and Android, but I don't quite believe it. But it's replacing the swiper thing.
The mag strip?
Yeah, that thing. By a simple tap.
But this is weird because this isn't really contactless payment because this is just using sonic waves to mimic the mag strip.
Yeah, but you have one.
No, I know, but I think that's a very important point because this isn't equivalent at all to Apple Pay, right? Or Android Pay.
Android Pay or whatever, right?
This is a different version of a mag strip, but it's still using the same technology.
So
Correct.
the security is a long way from Apple or Android Pay.
Yeah, because it's using the exact same data that's on your card, and it's not. Yeah, this isn't what I thought it was. This is a lot different. I don't know how I feel about this. Greg, how
I'm
do you
struggling a little bit with it because it isn't. You can't put your driver's license on it.
Well, there's a pocket in the back.
There is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
you
a backside pocket that fits like a card.
I'm just trying to figure out if you have to continue to carry something resembling a wallet plus your phone.
Yeah. No. This looks like it's got a back pocket. I don't know how much cards it holds.
I don't know. It's going to bring cargo pants back in, big time.
I love cargo pants. What's wrong
I
with
do
cargo
too. I love them, and we're going to need them with all these various devices we have to carry around.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I hate it.
Oh.
That's just me.
Why do you hate it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think we're moving into a society of chip and pin or chip and whatever the hell we're going to call it, right? And the idea is to make it safer to use your cards and things like that at terminals. And I don't, like you said, you're just transferring the same data you would with a mag strip thing, where chip and pin or Apple Pay or Google Pay is keeping your account numbers safe in its little vault, right, or whatever we call it, and is using a
security enclave.
Yeah, whatever. It was using a different number to make that transaction happen that isn't your account number. And to me, I don't think this is helping us move in the direction of security and paying.
I see this as operating and being based off of a technology that's actively being phased out.
Right.
We don't want mag strips. We don't want the true audible in order to process a payment. We want it to be digital, and this is relying on the same mag strip technology that we're phasing out.
But would normal people, not the three of us, would normal people care that it still has all that data? If they only have to carry around one device, then get rid of. I mean, I don't know who has 20 credit cards, but I guess some people do. I have one and a debit card, and that's it. But you know what I mean.
I think they would care when they try and use this with a card that's been coded as a chip card. They touch it to the reader, and it says, please insert the card. Because it will not accept the mag strip because the reader knows it's a chip card, and the merchant will require you to use a chip.
Good point.
Then do you have to pull out your wallet for the card that you've been carrying for just this case? Or do you use a different card that's less secure but isn't the card you wanted to use?
Good point. I forgot about that.
Did they just take too long to develop this thing, and they just had to bring it out anyway, and they're right here during this phase out, phase in period, and it's just bad timing?
I would guess.
Yeah.
Because there's a similar card called Plastic that is a physical card. It's the same idea that you store a ton of cards on it.
Except it's like $1,000.
It's $100. Or maybe $250 or $200, but it's not
close to $1,000.
But it's the same idea that you store your cards on it, but you truly swipe it in that it has a mag strip that it recodes depending on the card. And that I see being equivalent to this, and that was years ago. It came out. or I guess was announced. They're rolling it out, but I guess I just don't really see.
Isn't it like October that everybody has to be chip ready?
The deadline is passed.
Yeah, we're long gone. The deadline.
Well, I know, but they're not.
They're not, but
No, they're not even close.
I don't think there really is another deadline. The liability deadline has passed.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's right. They just have to pay for the problems.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't
the
get
credit
they
card's
don't
not
get covered for
right.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, I just see this as utilizing an old technology.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool because you're combining 20 cards into one thing.
It would be cool if it was true contactless.
Or if it was both. Maybe both.
Yeah, and so that if it didn't have contactless, you could
Yeah.
still use it as a regular
Tap
MagStripe
and pay.
card.
Right.
That would be cool. But the fact that it's just relying on that one, it seems archaic.
Yeah, it's odd. It's similar, I suppose, to what Wallet is in an iPhone and whatever the equivalent is in another phone. I don't think I wasn't sold on just how unbelievably clunky the idea of having to get your phone out and maybe your mom's going to call while you're trying to buy a pair of Nikes or something. It just doesn't seem like it's that big a deal. I just rather have something integrated onto the phone and just use that. That would be my preference.
Have you used Apple Pay, either of you?
Yeah.
I know Matt has. Greg, have you?
I have, but let's see. Only up until recently, it was only at the Apple Store.
Is it simply like, do you have to? I guess I've never used it. I mean, Android has theirs, right?
Right. It's going to be a very similar experience.
You have to like launch an app, or do you just simply tap?
No, you just put it over there near it, and it brings up the card that you have stored as the one that you want to use.
Oh, okay.
And all you have to do is you just have to sign off on it and say yes, I want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as simple
That's
as
cool.
it's as simple as this. Your phone's locked. Just double tap the home button. Nope.
Yeah.
Sometimes the phone unlocks.
Sometimes.
But if you double tap, well, it unlocked again.
All right, don't try to demo. But you have to unlock your phone.
No, you don't.
You don't.
You don't.
No, you just double tap.
Double tap what?
So
The home button?
That's
I don't understand.
That's the problem with this fingerprint reader. So if it can't read your finger and you double tap the home, then it'll bring up your card. You just hold your finger and then you touch it. You're done.
So you can't just tap. You have to do something before you tap.
You have to authenticate
I'm not
your
saying
finger.
this is bad. I'm just trying to understand if I wanted to use it, I don't want to look like an idiot the first time I go to use my Android.
Oh no, it's not very difficult. I'd say like he said, if you just double tap or double click your home button, that card comes right up. It's the first thing that comes up.
Well, I wonder how Android Pay works because it doesn't work like that on the Android phone.
It's got to be similar though. I mean, it can't be too terribly different.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I can use Android Pay. So
Have you set it up or anything?
Yeah. I have my card and wallet.
You just don't know how to.
I just don't know how to use it. What are you gonna do?
Go to Rite
Well,
Aid.
they're so far behind that you can't you can't do it yet hardly anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which one you have.
Let's get back to the question.
Okay.
We can spend all night on how the hell do I use Android Pay and Apple Pay. All right.
We talking about, is it time for the vote?
It's time for the vote. I think we all know it, but I have to do it anyways. Indiegogo, the world of Indiegogo. It's called the Spend wallet. You got one more thing? Go
I
ahead.
have one question.
All right.
Does it say anything about power? Because plastic has a one-use battery, and once it's dead, you have to replace the card.
Oh, I don't know.
Is this thing like rechargeable? No, I mean not that it's going to really affect my opinion, but
I have no idea.
I got it. I got to think it is though. I mean, it looks like a small phone for crying out loud.
It's a simply rechargeable up to 4 weeks of battery life. So
There you go.
using a micro USB. I'm
All
sure
right.
that helps. So their goal is $30,000. I won't tell you what they raised yet. I'll get your answer and then I'll tell you how much they raised. So to get in at a spend, you have to get in at the $99 level. The $79 and $89 are gone. So for $99, Matt, are you in or not? Oh, that was like a double.
is this two separate sounds?
They were two separate sounds. I fat fingered it.
I can't do it.
All right. Greg?
Oh,
I
thumbs
see the
down,
arrow.
Thumbs down.
Sorry, I didn't have my video up.
I thought he froze.
I thought you froze a little. That's my fault. And me as well, making a sweep. I think everyone said it. Security, and it's just old technology.
It's just late. Yeah, it's just too late to the party.
Right.
And I think this is fundamentally goes against the direction that payment is trying to go, and that everything is on one.
Secure.
This
Yeah.
is just another thing to carry. So I don't really gain anything.
And I also don't understand the difference between app or Android Pay and Samsung Pay.
I don't either.
It also blows my mind. I don't get it.
Maybe next week.
How do I know if it works at a terminal? Do I have to try it?
There's usually
Because I guarantee I go to the person and they're going to go, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
go to McDonald's.
Like you go to McDonald's, order French fries, and you go, can I pay with Android Pay? They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Just saying. I don't know.
You should try it though. It's fantastic.
All right.
No, 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 baby, no, 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 don't lie. No, 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 yeah, you know, no, 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 you gotta try. What you gonna do when it all comes out? When you see you, what you all about? No, 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 baby, no, 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 don't lie.
All right. I didn't plan because I don't know where my arrow is. So Matt, you'll just have to use your thumb.
Do you want to borrow mine?
So essentially, it's one of my favorite games to tell if you guys can tell if something is a lie or truth in the world of technology. So today we're going to stay on the Kickstarter bandwagon, and I have 5 projects here, and you're going to tell me if they're actual projects in the world of Kickstarter or if it's something Colin just typed up and made up.
Oh boy!
All right, so we got 5 of them. Are you ready? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh. Okay, he's going to draw. Here we go. All right, project number 1
Most likely.
has a $10,000 goal. It's called the Census. It's an Anika arts project of 100-plus performers moving together across 170 yards for 9 hours at a festival. It's called Systemic Information Gathering Affect the Body or Everyday Lives in Our Broader Communities. The census sounds like someone was smoking when they wrote this. The census cast featured members of historically underrepresented communities, especially in terms of race, ethnicity, disability, and gender nonconformity, by moving together from dusk till dawn. At this festival, the performers take over, activate, and re-articulate the space into a new kind of census, a live document of our own communities. A real Kickstarter project for $10,000 or not. It's called the Census. Hey, what is that, an up arrow? Okay. That was easy. That's true.
I didn't see you sitting there writing all that out and making it up.
Well, all these are long. And I wrote some. All right, here's the next one. You guys are tied 1-1. The 3D Jarvis is the new electric violin created by 3D printing technology and based on the model of a real violin. The 3D violin, or 3D virus, was born digitally in 2012. The idea is to create a instrument that is close to a classical musician. The 3D Various project or not.
So
As in Stradivarius.
What?
It's a play on words for the Stradivarius, which is the most sought-after instrument maker of many, many, many moons ago.
Oh, you're a wise guy.
So it's a 3D printed violin.
It's a 3D new electric violin.
Yeah.
A real project or not? $56,000 it has raised so far. All right, next one. It's called the Milk Guy. Ever run out of time to go shopping for yourself or your family? Ever run out of milk during the middle of baking? Well, Milk Guy is bringing the world of crowdsourcing and shopping together. Think of it like Uber meets Amazon Fresh. Simply tap into the app and say where you live and what you want from a store. Local Milk Guys will swing by the store, buy what's on your list, then bring it straight to you. What do they get in return? They get karma points. The more karma points you earn, the more things you can buy from the Milk Guy store. Prizes include trips to Hawaii, new smartphones, Amazon, or free grocery gift certificates, and more at $45,000. Moving on. Number 3. Whatever number I'm on. The Kanaki makes any Surface smart. Ever wanted to make a Surface smart, a wall, a table, a door, a furniture, countertops, and more? Well, now you can. You can turn every surface into powerful yet easy-to-access remotes for your favorite devices. Using Kanaki, it's easy. Simply tap any gesture anywhere on any enabled surface to automate all kinds of useful actions. The Kanaki makes any surface smart. Yes or no? Matt says no. You say no. You're both wrong. A $35,000 goal. You want to take a guess what they've raised so far?
$35,000.
Greg?
50.
$504,000.
Oh!
Ouchie.
Okay, so wait, can you... What is it?
It turns any flat surface into something smart. So you put this thing on a table or counter or something,
Yeah.
and you have gestures that are I guess control different things.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I didn't make the product. All right, last one.
Very exciting.
It's called the Wally.
Hey!
The Wally. Thousands of people forget or lose their wallets every day. Losing your wallet or simply leaving it behind when you really need it could be quite a drag. Whether you forget your wallet at home, slips out of your pocket, or you leave it at the DMV. Yes. We knew that there was a way to prevent this from happening so often, and now, with the Wally, you will never have to worry about it. You simply connect it to your phone, and it sends you notifications whenever you leave it behind. Wally will also notify you if you leave a card behind, and even your phone. A true Kickstarter project or not? Both of you say no, and both of you are... It is a true Kickstarter project.
Got it.
It literally is Bluetooth in your wallet, and it's going to tell you whether you go too far away.
How does it
or
know
not.
if you left a phone or a card behind?
A card? You leave your wallet.
Yeah, but you said...
Which is in your...
So you have to leave the whole wallet.
You have to leave the whole wallet.
But you can't just leave
a
a card. You said card.
It says card right here.
Yeah.
It's not. I didn't write the description.
They're just writing that so that you feel real good about the product.
Right. $35,000 goal. How much has it raised?
10.
Did you say 10?
Did you say 10,000?
Yeah.
Matt was close. $106,000. And that's a little game I like to call Don't Lie.
Sound guy sucks.
The iPad.
What you gonna do when it all comes out? When you see you, put your arms all around. No, baby, no, don't lie.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. I love you, Red Solo Cup.
The show has gotten a little upgrade. And if you're watching the video podcast, you can see the upgrade. But Greg now has a reusable red cup. So the song fits just swimmingly.
It does. And this is a professional unit, too.
It's a solid cup, isn't it?
This is not what you get at the kegger.
No, it's not. It's not the beer pong.
It's not the complimentary. This is the one that you could have monogrammed, so you have your own red Solo cup.
Bring your own red cup. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. It was you supplied this for the show, and I appreciate it.
So
It's
what's
fabulous.
in the red cup tonight, Greg?
Okay. Tonight we're we're going down a solid, well-traveled road tonight.
Whiskey?
That's correct.
Yes.
We
It
are
only took
working
5 weeks of the show.
I know we. Well, I don't care if it's legal or not. It's we're going Jim Beam
Oh my
Kentucky
God.
Straight Bourbon Whiskey, just
It's tried and true.
right off the shelf.
Is that a
Just
plastic bottle?
That's a
Greg?
plastic
in a
bottle. with a
plastic bottle. That is correct. That's a good thing to note.
All right, very classy.
That's part of the very, very well-traveled road. I mean, I'll tell you, part of the reason is that
It was in your house?
no, well, it wasn't actually, and I felt like I needed to gear up a little bit for the show, but it was only $15, generally running about 22, 23. So.
Oh, the good old $15 bottle of whiskey.
Well, it was a serious discount.
I'm sure it goes down so smooth.
Actually, I've got to give it 100% credit. It's downright awesome.
I was gonna
I did
ask
throw
if
a
you
couple
could-
of ice cubes in there, so I wasn't, trying to be all fancy with it. There's no, I'm not, going to drink this neat. Let's just dress it up a little bit. But it was good, and is good.
I was gonna ask if you feel bad drinking whiskey out of a plastic cup, and then I realized it
You're
came from a
drinking-
plastic bottle.
That's correct. They are brethren. There's probably just no odd flavor taint or any of that sort of thing because we're just going from one plastic unit to another. It's perfect.
Oh man, keeping it plastic. What was it?
Keeping it
The
plastic.
Jim Beam. What was it called?
Jim Beam, Kentucky Straight Brewed Whiskey.
I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. I love you, Red Solo
man.
Cup.
Jim Beam. I'm not gonna lie, I've never tried it, nor do I want to
I don't
try
think
it.
I want to try it.
It's middle shelf stuff. It's not low end.
That's pretty close.
It's in a plastic bottle.
It's like $1 away from being the low shelf unit.
That was the sale price.
Oh
And,
man.
if you're just sort of in or you're not, you got to go for the $15 bottle, I think. That's all there is to it.
All right, last segment of the show are rants and raves of the week. My rant is Jim Beam. That's what my rant is.
It's Beam with an M for crying out loud.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult your $15 bottle of Beam.
I can't believe you've never heard of it. It's
I think I didn't hear it.
I don't think we look that low when we're at the store.
Well, that's probably my height, so it's my fault I haven't looked at it, but I can understand why Matt has.
This is belt level material. There's no bending necessary.
Matt doesn't look below the belt. It's all eyes and above. Straight top shelf. All right. Who wants to jump in first?
Unjustly maligned.
Go first. You're
I'll
on
go
first on the
first.
list, right?
Oh, I don't know. Sure. So, mine is a rant.
Oh boy.
Hold on. It's going to talk to us again. Maybe not. Okay. So today
Put on your eyes.
I got. Oh,
Then I'll go.
it says remove device and unlock it.
Oh, it's not going to read it out
I'm
loud.
not going to read it to me. So today I walk in the door, and my wife, my lovely wife, says, "Hey, you got a box?" And I thought,
UPS?
I don't know how it came in. It's probably the postal service. It took 6 weeks to get here.
Don't talk bad about the postal service. We just established that.
Anyway, so I walk in the door, and she says, "You have a box." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I don't remember ordering anything." So I walk over, and I was like, "Oh, maybe this is my smartwatch that my parents said they're going to get me, yet they haven't got me." I thought that was it, but whatever. I open it up, and out pops, it literally popped out of the box, a Gear VR. So when I bought my new phone 2 months ago, the giveaway with it was a Gear VR. And it was on back order because apparently a lot of people bought the Galaxy S7, and so they were about 6 to 8 weeks behind. And they said, we can either send you the Gear VR or you can cash out with a $100 Samsung gift card. Looked on the website, they don't make anything good that I could spend $100 on. So I elected for the Gear VR, and I got it. And along with the Gear VR, you get 6 free games download. Apparently everything is really expensive in the VR world, so you get 6 of them. So what's the first thing you do when it says you get 6 downloads? What's the first thing that pops in your head, man?
Like game downloads?
Like game downloads. It says download from the Oculus Rift store. What's the first thing that pops in your head to go do?
See what there is.
Okay, well there's that. Greg?
I would just think you'd want to download them.
Thank you.
Oh.
You want to download them, right? There are already 6 games you can't choose. You just get the download, right?
Oh,
I
get it.
How do you download these things? Like, what would go through your head of how to download it?
Go to the Oculus Rift store.
Go to the Oculus Rift store. How do I get to the Oculus Rift store?
You download it.
You download it. From where do you download this Oculus Rift store?
The Google Play Store.
The Google Play Store. That's my thinking, right? Totally thinking. So I search Oculus on my Samsung, and it pops up this random app called Oculus, not by Oculus, not by Facebook, some weird group. So I go to the reviews, and it says, can't download my 6 bundle game. It says, enter password. How can I have a password? I didn't make an account. Blah, 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 blah. So what do?
You Google it.
I download the app.
Okay, just go for it.
I just go for it. Because it says Oculus, right? You're like, I got to download the Oculus app. Download it. Run into the same issue. I went online, created an Oculus account, and all the app says is enter password. Doesn't let you enter a username, an email address, nothing. It just says enter password. So I literally try my password like 10 times, and then at that point I want to throw my phone across the room. So I do the second thing. I go online to the Google, because sometimes it's not offered on the phone. You have to go to the Google store on your browser and find the app and download it and push it to your phone.
Sure.
That seems dumb.
Right. So I do that. No search results. So I am like pissed, right? I just want to put this damn thing on and try it, right? Because who doesn't? You get something cool, you want to try it. So I'm pissed. I can't even, like, try to launch. It says you can watch Netflix on it. So I try to launch Netflix, attach it to the Gear VR. It says not supported. So I am going bonkers, okay? So then all of a sudden, I just plug the phone into the Gear VR, and it says, software not installed. Please uninstall software. I'm like, you piece of monkeyness. I can't download an app from the store. I take it out of the Gear VR, and it walks me through the entire process of installing the app.
Oh. You used the word monkeyness?
I use a different word, but I can't say it on the podcast because my kids are going to listen to it.
All right.
So, nowhere in the instructions does it say just put the damn phone in the Gear VR.
So up until this point, you never tried to just plug it in?
No, because I wanted to install the app. It said install the app, download all the things, and then play. So I followed that. I wanted to download, I wanted to install the apps, and then I wanted to play.
What do you plug it in with? Just like USB or something?
No, it's a what do you call it, Matt? A micro USB?
Yeah, micro USB.
Micro USB port on the Gear VR.
All right.
Then it senses it, and then you're off and running. So once I got through that mess of things, and I downloaded it, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of cool, pretty cool, but I don't see me using it all the time. Literally for the next 3 days I'm going to use it, and it's probably going to end up in my box of other tech stuff that I don't use. I just don't. I don't like it. It's heavy on my head. I just don't like it. You can't see your hand. You can't see anything, really. So it's kind of weird. But it was a cool experience to watch Netflix. It dims the lights like you're watching a real TV or in a movie theater, and it dims the side lights, and it is pretty kind of cool.
I think it's cool that when you look around the room, it actually, you see the bursts of light from what you're watching.
Yeah.
Like it's a true simulation.
So I'll have a full review next week, but that was just my rant.
It's the future of content.
Yeah, I saw the first people, and it was more than one person on a flight throwing those on last weekend.
They keep it on the whole flight?
I don't think so. I mean, I didn't hold enough interest in those people to really mark the beginning, middle, and end of their experience. But probably not. But they had it on for a while.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a flight would be easier. I just picture that anything where your body is in motion and your body will feel motion, it's just going to make you sick.
I'm going puke fest. I mean, I even got a little sick just watching the golf videos and the Gordon Ramsay videos, because you're wanting to turn as fast as you can to see what's going around you. I'm like, I can't handle this. So, but I did find out that Gordon Ramsay has a beautiful house
with a jukebox.
So that was cool.
Fancy pants.
But I'm not into this VR 360 thing yet.
Right.
But I could be wrong. I could play around with it all night tonight and say, wow, this is the coolest thing ever, and I will apologize to Matt, but I doubt that's going to happen. So
even if you think it, you won't apologize.
I won't apologize.
No.
So there's my rant.
All right.
Who's next?
I have 2, so I can go last.
All right. I'll go quickly. Let's see. A week ago yesterday, I was at the happiest place on earth, Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Yeah. Just one of my very favorite places to be. And one of my very favorite things to do while I'm at my favorite place to be is to watch the parade. And there are various parades at Disneyland, depending on sort of what time of year it is and what. Anyway, the parade that they had going, the Paint the Night, I think it was called. Surprised me, for one, because I just didn't anticipate what it was going to be, which was great. And what it was all based in lights. And I think you two would have absolutely loved the technology that was literally on parade. The use of lights on outfits, the use of unbelievable use of LED lights, and I mean, an entire back of a semi is hollowed out, and there are LED lights that are hanging on strings, and they, as you might imagine, have, you know, the ability to, of course, transform into messages and shows and shapes and all the kind of crazy things you'd expect from that. But while they hang, they also move in a very natural way, and it gives this sort of wave sort of feel to it. There were just so many, I mean, it's hard to get my head around how many different ways they were using light and how technologically advanced the whole thing was. Of course, as you know, the whole show, from one end of the street to the other, which is long, on Main Street in Disneyland, the song continues. So each one of the floats are, yeah, they're all dealing with the same piece of music as it rolls around, and sometimes different versions of it or different lyrical parts of it, but the whole thing's very coordinated, and it was just astounding, the technology, the light technology that I saw there.
I wish I'd been to Disneyland. I went once when I was like 7. Don't remember anything.
Why don't you?
That's a magical time to go, though. But it's,
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, you should go again, really.
Well, apparently I have 20 kids, so I can't afford to go, but we'll see.
Oh, well.
Kawamura?
I have 2 raves.
Raves.
All right.
My first rave is
How's the
easy.
Jim Beam? Still going down smooth?
Loving it.
First rave is for Spotify Family. Got an email today, I think it was today, that they're doing the same thing as Apple Music. Because historically, the Spotify Family was that your first account was the regular $10, and every person after that was half off. So
it wasn't a flat like $15?
no, so like for 2 people is 15, for 3 people is 20.
That's horse poop.
But today they changed it. You plus 5 people for $15.
Nice.
So basically what everyone else was doing.
Great.
They're now on the bandwagon.
Yeah, so that's
Great.
good for them.
Thank you, Spotify.
Second
Yeah.
rave is about my Philips Hue.
Oh, God.
And it's a new device that I got
Oh, my God.
that I could not love any more than I do. So I
I
love
thought you would love the Echo.
I do. So what I love, what I'm trying to find
You can only love one thing, Matt.
with the Hues is a way to control them without having to take my phone out of my pocket. I think it's great to do all the customization.
You were lazy.
I'm not lazy. I
No,
just
you're
don't like,
lazy.
I don't like having to track down my phone to turn my lights on or off.
You need that thing that records gestures that Connolly was talking about. Maybe you can integrate that into it.
Yeah.
Or you just get a really long stick to your light switch.
But that,
They used to tie strings to the light bulbs. You just pulled them.
You just pull them. See? Anyways, continue.
but
I won't
enter-
interrupt.
Enter the Hue Tap, which is this right here. This beautiful little device.
They can't see that on the radio.
Oh, it's a black box that says Hue Tap. It's this little puck device. It's a button. There's 4 buttons. There's a big button, which is the whole thing, and then there's 3 inner buttons that you put anywhere, and you can program in what you want what scenes you want each button to recall. So you can program it so one button turns them off, the other 3 buttons
Gosh.
recall a scene. The best part about this puck is that it has no
That's
batteries.
$1,000.
No, it's only $60, and it has no batteries. It works off of the kinetic energy of you clicking the button, and that's what generates the power to send the signal to your lights.
It's like a kinetic watch in a way, huh?
Yeah, you never have to change your battery. You just hit it, and your lights can go on or off, and you can recall the scenes you want.
Every week, it's just the Jetsons. Every week.
It's the future of lighting.
It's your present.
All right, let's put a bow on the show there, Greg Mills.
All right, we're closing the book on this episode of the Bandwidth Boys podcast. Thank you for joining us. If you missed us live, heaven forbid, don't worry. You can download and listen to the podcast. Use iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app.
Bandwidth Boys Podcast. Facebook, Bandwidth Boys Podcast. Twitter, @GMK Podcast. Web, bandwidthboys.com. Bandwidth Boys Podcast.
And with that, I'm Greg.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Connolly.
We'll talk to you next time. Same place, same time, same old shenanigans. It's right here on the Bandwidth Boys podcast. Keep on teching on.
Are we still playing?